Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Shannon Bishop, and I am your instructor for this Math 51 online college algebra course. I just wanted to take a minute and first of all, welcome everybody to our course and do a quick video to help you navigate our Canvas page, get a feel for what the layout and the structure is going to be, and also just kind of talk you through these first couple of weeks because certainly there's a lot going on. You know how it is. And I just want to make sure that everything is crystal clear. So I am going to share my page with you, and it should be our Canvas page. Here she is. Okay, so when you go into your Canvas page, it should look a little something like this. There are definitely some student resources listed up here for you at the very beginning. Especially if you're brand new to Chandler Gilbert, this is a nice place just kind of to snoop around. Make sure you're aware of how to use the Canvas system, what the resources are on Canvas, some student success workshops we have available for you, and also ways to get involved with our student life and leadership. But the actual content for our course starts down here in some modules. Okay, so module 0 is going to be all of our startup administrative stuff. There's no actual mathematics content in there yet, at least not that's graded for accuracy. It's mostly just getting you ready and set up for success for our course. So the expectation when you go through these modules is to always, always, always start at the very top, and then you just progress your way through. So I'm going to start by clicking this guy right here, start here. And well, oddly enough, right now it's empty because that's where this video is going to go. So this video should be right there and you'll be watching it. But as soon as we're done with this video, you will simply hit this button right here that says next. And the next page in our module is just a little bit of a welcome message. So it tells you a little bit about the course, gives you a feel for how we are going to be structuring our actual learning. So you're going to be learning the mathematics through a platform called Rational Reasoning. We will definitely have some homework and optional practices and checkpoints to help you gain mastery. And certainly you can expect to see quizzes pretty frequently for an online course, maybe once a week, perhaps once every other week. Just some kind of, tidbits like, hey, don't forget to read your syllabus. Everything for this course is posted online, etc. And these are your most important links within Canvas. So the modules, that's where all of our content lives. Anytime you want to see our content, you're going to be living within the modules. Our syllabus, extremely important. You can access that puppy right here on the left-hand side of your Canvas navigation page. That's where you'll find Concourse Syllabus. Of course, you're going to care about your grades. So that's another quick access tab on the left-hand side. And another very important button in your Canvas page is the Tutoring and Learning Center. So not only will that help you see when our tutoring services are available, but did you know we have online tutoring? So by clicking this button over here on the left-hand side, you can, if you want to, be connected with a Chandler Gilbert tutor right then and there, assuming it's within business hours. So it's a fabulous resource, very important links, all within your Canvas page. Some tips on being successful, and you do need to earn a 70% or better in this class to move on. Okay, we'll just progress through the module by clicking next. The next thing in our module 0 just gives you a feel for our semester. Semester at a glance. Okay, so as you can see, for the most part, we are adhering to a Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday when it comes to the structure of our due dates. For the most part, the major learning will take place during the week, and then quizzes will often happen at the end of a week. Now, that's not to say that's always true. There could be a quiz on Tuesday, there could be a quiz on Thursday. It just depends on how long the module is and whether or not we just need 7 calendar days to get through that module. Sometimes it takes 9 calendar days to get through the module, in which case you might find a quiz on Tuesday or even Thursday, potentially. But regardless, you can sort of kind of pace out your life knowing that there will be due dates throughout the week, and those due dates will be primarily Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So yeah, this will just be here. If anything changes, of course, I will let you know. Major exams, of course, those are important to have in your calendar. These are the 3 major exams. The final exam is not listed on this calendar. Certainly we do have a final exam. That date is listed in your syllabus. So we'll talk about that in a second. So 4 major exams in this class, 3 regular exams, plus 1 final exam. So that's our calendar. We'll click next. Okay, this is officially where the graded material begins. So one of the first things we need you to do is introduce yourself. So we have a little discussion thread here for you to do some personal bios. Your instructions are very simple. You're just going to read mine, and then you're going to create your own, including pictures. And then you will be required to respond to at least 2 of your classmates to earn full points on this. And then you can see below, my biography is already listed. So please take a minute to read that. And then when you're ready, of course, post your own, and don't forget to follow up and check out 2 of your classmates. So that is a graded assignment. The next graded assignment is our class requirements and startup quiz. Okay, so this might seem like a very tedious, like, oh my goodness, so many things, little assignment here, but you know what? It's so important. Guys, it's details. Like for instance, question 1, I need to make sure that your settings are correct. Otherwise, you're not gonna hear my notifications or get my notifications when I communicate with you on Canvas. So this first one is simply asking you to go make sure your settings are good to go. And then you're gonna screenshot that, and you're gonna submit a screenshot to prove to me that your settings are correct. And that'll kind of be twofold, right? Not only will it fix your settings, but it's also going to help you learn how to embed an image, because embedding an image within Canvas will become a very useful thing that you do a ton throughout this course. So that's that one. This one is making sure that your email is verified. Again, might seem tedious, but hey, if your email is not verified, you're not going to get my emails. That's not going to be good. Other little things like learning how to type math. There is not a, 5th root key on most keyboards. So good news, there is a built-in equation editor in Canvas. So this question kind of forces you to learn how to use the equation editor. You'll just kind of prove to me, yep, I was able to figure it out, and you'll just be set up for success in the future if and when we need to access that equation editor again. And then I think the last one for here, we will be using Desmos a lot in this class. It will be our graphing software. And don't worry, it's free. It's a website, desmos.com. You can also install the Desmos app on your phone, also free. So this one just kind of forces you to go to Desmos, plug in a function, kind of prove that you're able to use Desmos. And once again, taking a screenshot and submitting that screenshot here. So it shows me not only were you able to access Desmos, but once again, you can then screenshot what you did in Desmos and then embed that image within Canvas so that I can see it. We'll be doing that a ton during this semester. So again, kind of tiny administrative details, tedious, sure, but important. So that's one of your graded assignments this week. All right, after that guy, we have your actual syllabus quiz. Okay, so this is the one where after you review our syllabus, which by the way, what I recommend is right here on the left-hand side where it says Concourse Syllabus, you're just going to open that in a new tab so that you've got, the syllabus quiz is right here, and then the actual syllabus is right there. So if you have some question over here on the quiz, you're like, well, I don't know her policy on that. I know. Go look in the quiz or go look in the syllabus and find it, right? So you're going to make sure you see all of our major policies, and you are going to take this syllabus quiz as many times as necessary until you get 100%. Because when it's all said and done, you have to adhere to those rules that are stated in the syllabus if you want to take this course. If for whatever reason you don't like the syllabus and you don't want to take this course, okay, fine. Don't worry about passing the syllabus quiz. Don't worry about acknowledging all of those rules. And you can just, potentially choose another course. Sure, that's an option. But if you want to stay in this course, this is required, and you must get 100% on it in order to stay in the course. So just take it as many times as needed. And then what else? Next here. Oh, yes. Okay. So this is an online class, and yeah, some of your exams, some, not all, some of your exams are online. And if and when we have an online test, you will be using the Respondus Lockdown browser. So if you've never used that before, once again, it's on the left-hand side of Canvas. You will have to install it on your computer, and then you will practice actually using it with a webcam in the context of this assignment. So you can't access this assignment until you have Lockdown browser set up. So again, so important. You literally can't take our tests unless you have Lockdown browser ready to go and know how to use it. So this assignment will force you to do that. Now, while you're taking this test, no, it's not a test. While you're doing this activity within Lockdown, when you're done with it, well, you're going to have to submit it to me, right? Like, how am I going to know what you did on your paper while you were taking this assessment, or in this case, activity? Well, when you're done with this, you'll have a piece of paper with all your stuff on it. And of course, you'll have to submit it to me. And that is what the next slide is. So the next, and I believe final thing of your required turn-ins for this week is your ability to show me, okay, I took your assessment, your practice test, so to speak, in Lockdown browser, and now I need to turn it into you. You have to prove to me that you can turn your physical papers into a PDF and submitting that PDF on Canvas. That is how you will submit homeworks. That is how you will submit exams, is creating a single PDF file. And that is what this space is for. You will have a couple options. There's a way to do it using the Notes app on your iPhone. There's a way to do it on Androids. I don't have an Android, but this is a tutorial that helps with that. Or some students just like to download. It's a free app. It's called Adobe Scan. It's free, and in all my years teaching, it's a really reliable and great option. So if either the Notes for my Apple users or the whatever it is on Androids, if those are giving you trouble, my recommendation is just download Adobe Scan and try that instead. But regardless, you will need to submit your work as a single PDF file, and that is what this space is for. And for whatever reason it doesn't go smoothly, I'll just have you resubmit. Okay, so not a huge stress point. It's unlimited attempts, but we just have to keep trying it until you get it right. That way, once again, you're set up for success when you submit stuff in the future. And I think that's the rest of the graded requirements on week 0. The last couple things in week 0 are, okay, you will be learning the majority of your mathematics via a learning platform system that we have. It's called the Rational Reasoning System. Now, good news, it's free to you, and it's already embedded within our Canvas page. So great news for you, the student. But before you can use it, you will need to create a free account. So you're going to follow this link to create a free account. And we are asking you to please use your MEID as your username, trying to be consistent, right, with Canvas and the Rational Reasoning System. So use your MEID, please, as your username. You can create your own password, and just make sure that when you go to register your free account, make sure you pick Bishop as the instructor. That way your course is linked to my course, and the grade book and all that stuff will sync. So you'll have to get in here, set up your free account with Rational Reasoning, and you should never have to log in again after you log in this one time. It should hopefully keep you logged in for the rest of the semester, which again is awesome. But you can't log in till you make your free account. So go do that, take care of it. Then the last thing, after you're all in and you've gotten the system to work, the very last thing is we need you to at least practice using that system. So once you're all logged in, this is what it looks like. And this is just a little kind of, I don't even know, like almost like a practice assignment to help you learn, like, okay, some questions will be clicking more than one box. Sometimes, yeah, that's what it looks like. Other times it might be multiple choice where only one button is clickable. Other times you'll have to type, right? Like, so some of the answers as we're learning our math are neither multiple choice nor select the boxes. You'll be literally typing your solutions. So we practice that as well. What else? More practice typing answers. More practice typing answers. Yeah, so I mean, honestly, guys, it's helping you understand how to input your answers. And if for whatever reason the system marks you wrong for something goofy, it wants you to understand, like, why did it mark you wrong? Because obviously if it marks you wrong for something silly, you want to be able to just fix it real quick and easy, without having to waste too much mental time or energy worrying about that. So yeah, so this is an important, activity. It's going to help you learn how to do graphs within the system. Again, not like testing your ability to graph, but just your ability to use the system if graphs show up. So this is, once again, unlimited attempts. It's not stressful. We just want to make sure that you're using the system properly and that you understand how to use the system. Because again, this will be the main way that you will be learning and, demonstrating your knowledge along the way in this course, is through this platform called Rational Reasoning. So you'll do that. You'll get some easy points out of it. And then this time, I promise, last but not least, there is a pretest that we're going to ask you to take. So at some point this week, you're going to complete this pretest. You're going to do your very best on it. Guys, if you don't know some of the answers, that is understandable, right? You haven't taken the course yet. Of course, you don't know everything. That's the intention. So we just want to get a baseline. So what knowledge do you have coming in? And then we'll have a post test at the end to gauge, how much we moved that needle, so to speak, with the knowledge that we didn't have before, but hopefully do have by the end of the semester. And that really is the end of that module. So let me go back to kind of the overview global module page. Right, so here's everything we just talked about. Module 0, we had our welcome message, we had our calendar. Here was all the graded assignments that I told you about. And here were those last few assignments with regards to the platform called Rational Reasoning. And all of that has some various due dates throughout the week, for just kind of getting set up for success. Now, your actual first learning module will be posted sometime next week in case you want to get a head start. Okay, I'll give you a little sneak peek though. Here it is down here. You can see some of the due dates are a little bit later in the week. But regardless, eventually, right, we will have our first learning content module, and this is how they'll be structured. So you'll always have some rational reasoning. RR is going to be rational reasoning. This is where you're actually learning the math within that platform. Remember, it's embedded to Canvas. It's going to be very easy to access. Don't worry. But you're going to be learning the actual content through these rational reasoning activities. And you'll complete the activities. You have unlimited attempts. So it's okay if you make a mistake. You just want to learn from that mistake and then try again. And it'll automatically sync to our gradebook that you have completed those activities. So you'll do some rational, where'd it go? Whoa, there it is. You'll do some rational reasoning learning activities, and then you'll almost always, in fact, no, I'm gonna go ahead and say always, you'll always see a section that says optional practice. Okay, guys, anytime you see optional practice in our module, it is exactly that. These are just a pretty vast collection, of practice problems that you can just go try, go see how it's going. Are they easy? Are they hard? The answer keys are there. A lot of times we have video solutions for you. It's just a great safe space to just practice the skills, make sure you understand the concepts, etc. If we have any extra support videos, you'll find them right here in the optional section. Okay, so optional support videos. And then if there's any homework or a quiz or a discussion board, you will see it at the bottom under the required turn-ins. So I can already see that in our first week of learning, you don't have any mandatory homework, but you do have a quiz. And so what I would certainly do if I was a student is I would be doing these practice problems. And if I'm doing great on the practice problems, well, then I'm ready to go take the quiz. Maybe I'll even do it early because I'm feeling good about it. Or maybe you're doing the practice problems and they just aren't going well. Okay, well, be honest with yourself, acknowledge that, seek out some help, whether it's from me, a classmate, or our tutoring center, work out the bugs, and then when you're ready, go take the quiz, right? As long as it's in by the due date. Take the time that you need to, okay? So every week looks a little bit different in terms of what's required or what's optional, but honestly, the overall structure is pretty much this. You've got rational reasoning lessons, an optional place to practice, and if there's anything mandatory, homeworks, quizzes, or discussion boards, you will see them right here at the bottom for required turn-ins. And that's how our course is built. There it is in a nutshell. So I can totally appreciate that that was probably information overload, but good news, it's a video. Go back, rewind it, rewatch it, etc. Any questions at all, please reach out. And I'm super excited to be working with you. I'll be honest, I wish it was in person, but if we can't do our math together in person, at least we have each other online. I hope it's a great semester. And of course, I am here for you if ever you need help or have questions. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great first week, and we will be in touch.